We're here in Utah, Wild Arrow Archery, about to dive in, see what they're all about. They have a really cool bow tuning process that we're gonna dive into a little bit later and see what their shop's about.
I'm going to get the full Wild Arrow experience.
I think we're gonna buy a bow.
Also, that dude almost ran over that strap underneath. Oh, that's not good. It's not gonna hit his tire. We're good here. All is well.
Let's go. We're gonna dive in, guys, see what Wild Arrow's about, give you guys a shop tour. This shop is super cool. It's been around a really long time, so they got a lot of cool stuff. What is like when you walk in through the front door, what's the first step? What do people do? What do people see?
Yeah, so when we first opened this location, this was actually just an inventory corner. But a couple of years ago, our arrow builds, we were just growing. So we actually custom built these countertops. This is where pretty much all of our arrow builds happen now. Mark Sr. sits at the comfy chair and just cranks through arrows all day long for us. So,
That's sweet.
but yeah, you walk in, our main bow racks here, a friend of ours. Hey, Champ, you turn that on actually. So a good friend of ours is really good at metalwork. He built that for us. We actually use that a lot of trade shows if we go to trade shows, and then we ran the LED lights with our logo. Just something kind of cool, and it's nice to be able to travel around with different events and bring that with us when we need it. Over here, this is our demo area. So when guys are coming in, just test shooting bows, getting a feel for them, we shoot here. When guys come pick up bows, we're setting, double checking draw length, setting peep sights. A lot of that work happens just in this small area here.
I gotcha.
So this has worked out well, and then main counter here. When we first opened, we actually did all of our arrow builds just right here, but we just got to the point where we need the space. We're growing so fast. We only have 5,000 square feet here. And there's certain times of the year we wish we were double that, but now this is just kind of our main counter, all of our mods for all the bows we need to work on, and then we had to get pretty creative running out of space, so we had to build some racks.
I like that.
Yeah. So when we, and then I'll kind of show you the back, kind of how our work.
What's up with this porcupine hat? What's the story?
Yeah, dude, I get asked that all the time. I took my little brother out scouting for deer one year, and he's not much of an outdoorsman. He doesn't get out a lot, and this giant porcupine. It's like 4 a.m. This giant porcupine comes running across the road, and he's like, I've never seen a porcupine before. So we get out of the truck, we're kind of watching it. I was like, I'm going to show him what a quill looks like. So I take my hat off and I throw it at the porcupine while it sticks to him. I had to chase it down like 300 yards.
No way to get it back.
Because of the amount of bow work we do, we had to expand. So we build our workstations here. We got 3 presses full time, 4 vices,
nice.
Paper tuner, and then we kind of have a system working for us. So any new bow we sell comes back and gets put in this rack here.
Oh, wow.
And Nymore, one of our main techs that does pretty much all of our new bow builds, he has a sweet little system. If something's waiting for a part, it's yellow, and if it can be worked on. So, and then as he works on bows and they come through, we just kind of shift them down the assembly line. So yeah, that system's worked well. We built that rack, and then it's nice as guys' bows come in. If they already have accessories picked out, we can just set the accessories with the bow and then know where they're going. And then
little bow cubbies, I like that.
Yeah, it's worked out well. And then as far as our flow goes on the wall, we've kind of put the product on there based off what we feel is important for a guy building a bow. So we told him, like, look, rest is the most important thing you're going to pick out on any bow build that we do. So we kind of structured it that as we get down the wall, the products become a little less important to them. So yeah, rest, sights. This is our range from the line where Leanne's coaching right now to the back is 20. Nice. We used to have, like I said, we used to have 30, but having room to tune bows was more important. Like, I'll be honest, like for us, our range really doesn't generate a lot of revenue for us. A lot of guys in Utah like to shoot outside, and then now we have the Easton Center out in Salt Lake, and then Weber County just built a phenomenal facility about 15 minutes north of us that you can shoot indoor and outdoor. So this it's just good enough to have a guy come sight in a bow at 20. The youth programs work really well here. Just that we have the perfect amount of space for that. But
nice.
Well, my name is Jeremiah Plyer. I own Wild Arrow Archery in Centerville, Utah. I grew up rifle hunting, but there was something about archery that was just so intriguing to me. Wanted to get into it, and man, I was probably back in 9th or 10th grade. I worked all summer long and went and bought my first compound, and the rest was history. I was hooked after that, man. My first couple seasons, I rifle hunted with my dad. That was kind of our family tradition. But after I got my first compound, the only thing I want to do is go out with archery equipment. Like, rifle just wasn't as fun for me anymore. So, Yeah, I got hooked on bow hunting pretty quick, and then ever since then, I haven't really touched a rifle maybe 2 or 3 times in the last 20 years. It's been all archery hunts. So Wild Arrows started back in June of 2003, and Jeff Duke, one of the main owners, he had to go to Southern Idaho. That was part of his job for a sales territory for a flooring company. Well, D. Wild, who's been a name in the industry forever, he had 2 shops in Southern Idaho. And Jeff would always go up there and get his bow tuned, and he kept telling Dee, he's like, look, there's nowhere here in northern Utah that we can go get this type of quality work done. So Jeff and Dee partnered together, started a shop. We used to be up in Layton, Utah, which is about 10 minutes north where we're at now. After about the first year, Dee was kind of getting old. He wanted to retire. So Jeff bought him out, became kind of the sole owner of the shop. Just like any new shop, they struggle the first couple years. And at that time, I had some pretty good archery experience. I started working at Jake's Archery back in the day down in Orem. And then from there, I moved to Sportsman's Warehouse, and I did a lot of things with those guys. And Jeff brought me on board the fall of '06. And being a young, dumb kid, I didn't have a dime in my pocket, man. I was, and Jeff basically made me a deal. He goes, hey, look, like if you come in, whatever you grow the business, I'll give you a percentage of. And after about 6 months, he came back to me and says, look, like I can't afford to keep paying you. And with a business like this, you need capital, you need cash flow to be able to grow the inventory and expand. So me and Jeff kind of renegotiated, and he said, hey, this is what the shop's done to this point. If you can grow it to here, we'll be 50-50 partners. So yeah, I've been with Wild Arrows since the fall of '06. I've been working basically on the retail side of archery shop since 2003, so almost 20 years experience doing that. And but this has been a great place, man. I joke around and tell guys that if I can make a truck payment and do something I love to do, then life's pretty good. So.
All right, guys, so the Wild Arrow experience is a really famous thing they do here. You buy a bow, they set it up for you, they show you how and why to do things. So we're going to do a very faster one here, hit the main points. Colby's going to buy a bow. Last dealer tour, we bought a bow, so this one, we're going to buy a bow. We're going to try to get it as close to his current V3 that he has with the new one. So
It's gonna be fun.
dive on in. This is Cody. He's going to be our man today.
So first thing we're gonna do is we need to make it your draw length. That's A, so it's gonna be
Longest one.
It's gonna be pretty close, yeah. Are we stealing stuff off your old bow? And
No, we'll set it all.
do you want to do new rests, new everything?
New everything.
The whole deal. Like,
Okay.
pretend you were giving me
Yep.
the Wild Arrows.
You want to buy everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want single, double,
Double preferred.
19 or 10?
10, please.
Hold that.
Step one.
Step 1.
Spike it. Oh my God.
They're really durable. I've done that before. I actually crashed mine. So
Colby's really aggressive at
it's up to you. Unfortunately, the Matthews version I may not have.
That's fine.
But if I put the integrated version on it like
Yeah.
this, same thing, just doesn't say Matthews on it, but it's the same integrate MX,
Let's roll.
identical. Yep. I'm assuming you want to try this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh, is
slightly-
that the new one?
This is the tournament edition. Boom.
Yeah,
Want to run that one?
I think so.
Okay. As far as stabilizers go,
whatever works the best.
I've heard if you put like a Hoyt stabilizer on a Matthews bow and then a Matthews stabilizer on a Hoyt bow, I feel like that
Really
works.
gets people worked up.
Oh yeah, it gets everybody fired up for sure. Are you gonna run a rear bracket?
Yeah.
You want to run a rear?
Yeah, of course.
So I like longer bars because I can keep my mass weight down, but they effectively work better because they're longer.
You could do 12 and 12.
Yeah, 12 and 12 is
Big
good.
boy.
I run 10 and 10.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, I would go 12 and 12. The way we tie D-loops is we have like a specific size that we're gonna tie them. And
Colby is probably going to want a little bit longer one, though, to hit his drum.
yes, yeah, that's fine. What color D-loop would you like, sir?
Nice bright one.
Okay, turn
What are the
around behind you
options?
over here. We got salmon.
Salmon.
This is Solomon.
Solomon.
We got green, blue, purple, yellow.
Let's do yellow.
Yellow? First thing I personally do is I kind of start from the foundation up. So we got the right mods on, right? You can kind of reference cam sync by their holes. They get you really close by these timing holes on the bow, which is really nice. It's a really quick setup. Then I check sync. I'll line it up, burger hole, gets me close, and then I just draw it straight. We're gonna check sync. So bottoms out a little bit. So I'll put a half a twist in first. See what that does. Money. half twisted exactly what we wanted. So now I know the cam sync's good. And the reason I do that first is because when you start putting D-loops on, if you start moving cam sync, it'll change your knocking height. So a lot of people will go to here first, then they go to cam sync, set it, move it, and then they wonder why the bow's off. So I've got marks on my table. Most of the time when I'm doing a D-loop, for most people to get a good average D-loop size, you're about 5 inches. Colby wants a little longer, so I'll probably err a little longer for him. And then I cut the D-loops like that because for me it's really easy to get the D-loop, the bulb, nice and stiff and thick so that I'm not going to ever have D-loops pull through. I'll go underneath, we'll wrap over the top. That's how I start mine. And then,
Easy as that.
Yep, easy as that. The reason I use a bow square is so that when I put this on, it's a hard surface, it's a flat, it's going to give me a true 90 off the string.
You should just do a 4 mil.
4 mil? So we'll use a VAP TKO. That's that part. Super easy. With having a dovetail, being able to move it in and out like that, there's a bunch of factors that we would play with for guys. And when we're setting them up for customers, we just explain a few different things you're going to get and gain from having a dovetail and let them decide. This guy. Up, slide that down. Again, we level them to the bow just so that guys aren't, if you want to add a bias and want to lean later, go ahead. We just try to get the bow either 4 foot level of pockets, something to get the bow fairly square so that we're starting out good, and then we'll adjust. All right. Rest is felted, D-loops on, sights leveled and squared. We can paper shoot it now.
Nice.
Do you like front weight? You like it balanced neutral?
Go get that.
Do you want me to give you a bias? Grip on. We're setting up the bars. We'll let Colby play with how he likes to have that feel on there and see what you like there. But I like that. It's classy.
Chris does not run 2 12-inch bars. He lied to me.
No, he does. He does.
He runs 2 12-inch bars?
Yeah. So shoot this one. This is probably going to be
Is there
this.
an area I should avoid or something?
So we'll see what this does because we don't know. Spacers, top hats are stock. Everything's kind of stock, so we don't know exactly what she's going to do, but hopefully it's close. Sweet.
UV button.
Horizontal, I don't mind because horizontal is a super easy flip. See, these are pushed to the left. You shot to the right. If I just flip your top hats, it'll be right there. There you go, sir. Let's see how much we've goofed it by changing everything.
Oh, that feels way better than my old bow.
Feel good? It's the short little bows shoot, man. They feel very sturdy once you get them to full draw.
Oh,
Slight
this
right
is
now.
way better. The let-off's different. I think
Yeah.
I maybe had 85s.
Actually, just a little
I
left.
had 85. It's a little more now.
This is better.
And we twisted it up also. So
Way better.
Feel good?
Yeah.
I don't know how you draw with your thumb over like that. It sketches me out. Like I draw and I'm like, I'm ready to just.
Oh, dude, shooting.
That's pretty close. Like now we're the opposite. We're gonna bring that up just a hair. But your left and right's money.
Dude, that's good.
We're like a 30-second knock high. You want a raptor peep?
I need a Hamsky peep.
You want a Hamsky raptor peep? Okay.
The smallest raptor.
I like an 8. I rolled
Actually,
it down.
I already did.
Yeah, I rolled it down a little bit for you. You're welcome.
This,
When I was sitting here going like this and you were holding the
gentleman
bow,
knows what he's doing.
I'm trying to skip ahead.
Yeah.
I like to set up same exact reason, and we want to change the angle. It's not
Gotta go a little higher.
a little higher, and then I'll change the angle. And it's diving a
A
little
little
bit.
higher. That's perfect.
So I'll flip it in that same spot,
Perfect.
and then. So I flipped that and pulled that. So as you draw this one,
Flip that,
fire
pull
it.
that.
I'm gonna stand over here, get out of the way. Let it seat itself again because it was crooked.
Right, so
Those
what's
cables are
happening?
moving a little bit because we got so many twists in them. So you might have to.
Peep.
Now we're horizontal. Look real good. Is it good?
Yeah.
Send it. Fire
Oh,
one.
let's go.
This is the last paper tune check. Peep's done. And then if it's good, I'll cut your cord and.
umbilical cord.
Yep, we'll cut the umbilical cord and you're on your own. Which one was that?
The middle one right there.
This one?
No, right.
This one? It's a hair right. I think that was on your nose pressure.
Yeah. What are the color differences?
So
It's the tolerance.
006 on the red sports, 003 on the green gamers, 001 on anything
You don't
gold.
think I'm gonna tell the difference?
I mean,
If you're gonna run, so you get a 50 grain insert that comes on the front. I always err a little stiffer. If I'm ever choosing between one, I always go stiffer. I've had better results going that way. Yeah, you could shoot a 300 or a 235, or you can shoot 250, but it's up to you. If you want the elites, we'd bump you to 235.
and then run what in the front? You think 75?
50 grain point, and then I'd still run 100 grain up front. The nice thing about these arrows is they're not really heavy. So it's still going to be a good weight overall. We're just going a little stiffer. Get that good, set it down, take this, and I'll just get a little.
I'm sure I will.
I think it's just amount of heat.
That was way better.
How does it feel?
Feels good, Jack.
Good job.
That was probably 9 too. My God, I'm falling apart, Jack.
Nines.
Add them up now. All right, so we have high score 139. We're giving away first and second. So 139, you won, man. Congrats. Let's go for it. Right on, dude. Thank you. Yeah, 138. Who was our 138? Sweet. All right, we're gonna do another giveaway, but just shoot for a couple ends if you want. We're gonna kind of organize it, and a lot of new people showed up, so we'll figure it out. Make sure to shoot at your target, same time the whole time until we start reorganizing people when they drop. Then we have 28, 28, 28.
Two X's here.
Two X's.
He's still in.
Good shooting, guys. That was great shooting, though.
Tell us what we're doing, Chris.
Okay, so now we're down to the final 3 shooters. Awesome group of guys. We had a ton of people in here. We had to put more targets on this wall than I've ever done before. But now we're down to the final 3. Everyone's excited. It's gonna be tight. We have 27.
29.
27.
27, 29. So that one's in, but
That one's in.
this one's out farther on the.
We need.
He has an X. He has an X.
True.
So this one's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's out. Good shooting, man.
We're still in.
Still in? You did good, man. You did really good, man. Yeah, dude, the nerves are good. But that's why it's so good to get in that pressure, man. Hey, good shooting.
$300 gift card.
All right, final 2. You gotta win.
Good job.
Nailed it. Awesome shooting. That is wild. Well, guys, that is a wrap. Wild Arrow, awesome shop. Make sure to check them out. If you're in northern Utah or anywhere, come check it out. Can't say enough good things.
Peace out, Salt Lake City!